Hi, this is Jonah,
Hello, this is Victoria, and welcome to Embodied Shift, where we explore real transformation within.
and today we're going to discuss what real change requires.
Wonderful. So, Jonah, what do you believe real change requires?
For me, it's really remembering who you truly are made the biggest difference for me. And it really took me a while to get there. When I remembered that I came from love, that I come from source, I remembered my power. So when I was in my, I think, late or early 30s, I got diagnosed with Graves' disease. And my life just turned upside down very, very quickly because it was difficult to a point where I came very close to actually giving up because I I was told like it's a new life where I don't even know what my next day would be. I don't know how to even hold a job because I don't know if I could walk the next day, if I'll have the strength. And I was in that situation for quite a while because the doctors are having a hard time balancing my hormones. And it's a difficult time. And I think what really got me through that is when I had this question to myself and I've had this honest conversation with myself, and I told myself, I don't want that life. I don't want to stay in this world if that is what my life would be. And that was my first real honest conversation with myself. There's a lot of things that would really lead you to being able to shift. And they are life experiences like what I've had. And so that really started my journey to eventually remember who I am. And so my first, there's so many process to discuss to get there, but to answer the question very briefly is really remembering that you are love, you came from source, you are powerful. And for you, Victoria,
Yeah, I just have a quick question about for some people who are listening or watching. Um, what is that? What does that mean? If you know you come from love, and how would you know that? How do you know that?
it's that's a really, really great question. And everybody's different and everybody's unique. But the way that I process that, when I would say I come from love, it's hard to explain because it's a feeling and it's an intense knowing, it's a belief that I am more than my body. I am more than myself, that I really come from source. And I am a part of source. I am source, which means that there's really no limitations. Like I'm not limited to when I was sick. If I would have thought that was it, my body was giving up,
Mm-hmm.
and the doctors are struggling to find ways to actually help me. There was a a YouTube thing that I was watching, and I believe it was like the biology of cells or Greg Braden, or they said that you know you have the ability through your mind and to actually change the course of your life, your
Yeah,
illness.
yeah, yeah.
And I told myself one day, I'm just gonna keep on walking because we adopted a fur baby and her
Mhm.
name was Bella, and she has, passed on. But I would see her being walked by David, and since I couldn't go far, they would like circle back, and because I really wanted to be outside and be able to spend time with them. And I said tomorrow, because of my love for my fur baby, I said I'm gonna start walking. And from that moment on, I had the first like biggest shift in my life.
Wow.
Because when I talked to myself and when I told myself I'm not gonna stop walking, and every day I started walking,
Wow.
and I never stopped walking since then.
Yeah. Wow.
And but that was a shift that I made mentally. And I think sometimes we go back and forth in trying to change something, right? But it's so difficult. But it's so much a part of our programming.
Oh,
But
yes.
since I had this desire, a desire that is out of love, at that point, I wasn't really strong enough to love myself. And I wasn't even being honest to myself that I really didn't love myself at that time.
Mhm. Mhm.
When you really say, I love myself,
Mm.
it's not just about saying it, it's really about feeling it, embodying it.
Mhm.
Because when you love yourself, you make decisions from loving yourself. You don't make decisions based on others people's feelings. You don't make decisions based on your programming, what people expect of you, but you make decisions out of love for yourself. And it's always going to be a great decision because anything that's made out of love is
Mhm.
not just for your benefit, but it's for everybody. And that's the work of energy.
Yeah. So that's another topic probably we're going to explore about love, right? Loving yourself. How do we love ourselves, right?
Yeah, that's a
So,
different topic in itself.
yeah.
I mean, everything is connected, but again, that's also a big, big, topic.
Yes. And how we embody that, right? It's
Mhm.
like we're just not saying it, but actually doing something about loving ourselves. So that was a beautiful story. Thank you for sharing that.
And how about you, Rebecca? What do you think that would feel like, or when did you make shifts in your life? Like, how did that transpire?
Yeah, so for me, it's as a clinical hypnotherapist, and now that's okay. I'm gonna go back to that, your question, but so being a rapid transformational therapy practitioner, right? Going to the real change, I think, requires going to the roots.
Mhm.
Not just understand, not just understanding what's wrong with me intellectually, logically, even looking, statistically, right?
Mhm.
But the feeling, the shift in your body. And I know you just gave a very brilliant example. It requires being willing to look at what you've been avoiding, to challenge the stories you've been telling yourself for, I don't know, 10, 20 years maybe, and to do the actual work. And for a lot of people, they say, I want to be this, I want to be that, but they don't do the work, right? Or they're scared to do the work, right? So transformation is not passive. It's like you said, you have to embody it, embody the experience. So how did I get there,
Mhm.
right? To embody that shift. So I was I was in a narcissistic relationship. Um Actually marriage.
Mhm.
So I didn't know in the beginning what what's narcissistic even mean, right? Getting until learning to be a therapist as an RTT practitioner. and which actually helped me. So at that time, I was searching because I lost myself.
Mhm.
And
Take your time. I know it's a sensitive topic, but you and I have always shared that we wanted to do this channel and we wanted to work together to bring about change to people because we, of course, have a lot of things that have happened to us that we would want to share and be able to just inspire people that that we can make better decisions for ourselves.
yes, exactly. And so I lost myself for many, many years, and I'm searching for something that would help me to find myself again. Where is that Victoria who's bubbly, who's confident, who's vibrant?
Mm.
So until I stumbled upon Marisa Peer, who's the creator of rapid transformational therapy, and it's like if I can actually, if they say they can help me in just doing 1 to 3 sessions,
Mhm.
that would be wonderful, right? So anyway,
Definitely.
I ended up enrolling with that course, and the very first thing I did, I asked for an alumni to help me. I
Mhm.
said, I need your help.
Mhm.
And first session, that was so powerful. I just felt all these feelings that talking about, um, just willing to feel it,
Mhm.
to let it move through me, And I felt those feelings that this is who you were,
Mhm.
talking about remembering who you were, right?
Mhm.
And I remembered who I was.
Mhm.
And one session, that's all it took to find myself again. And so I said, if this modality helped me so greatly, I want to share this to the world. And this is why I love my job so much. Just helping people with different challenges that they're going through. Because like you said, there it's limitless what you can do with your life. And so I'm just very excited for this for creating for us to creating this channel because um I think we can share a lot of our stories and able to help a lot of people out there.
Yeah, that's beautifully said. And with every shift, with every transformation, like for you and I, and you'll see this for everybody, that shift needs to come from within. It's the decision when I said, tomorrow I'm going to start walking and I'm not going to stop. And for you, it was a decision to find help. And so the universe would open things up for us. The universe gave me my baby girl to my fur baby for me to feel so much love in my heart because I didn't have it. Because love heals. And because I have her, I had to make this decision. And it's at that point, it was quite impossible for me to even say that. But when I made that decision, the feeling was just it spoke with me. It's like, this is going to happen. There was no doubt in my mind because no matter what, I'm going to do it. and
Wow.
because I'm doing it out of love. And
Mm.
when you made the decision and you said, I'm gonna get the help, you went to the class, you fell in love with it, and you've gotten the help. That's the first thing that you did. And now you fell in love with it so much. And again, that's love, right? Again, there's love in there, there's self-love. And then sometimes what's needed is more than that self-love, but it's actually love for something else. When you said, I love this so much that I want to share it with other people. And so I hope that for everyone who's watching, I hope you guys understand the power of decisions and the way that it makes you feel, and understand that change, real change, comes from within. We have different modalities. Rebecca and I were both coaches, and we both specialize in different things, but none of it is right or wrong for you. It's your readiness that is needed, and your intention and your decision. And once you have that, you're going to have the right people, the right coaches, the right friend that's going to be coming your way to help you with that transformation. And Rebecca, is there something else that you want to share?
Yeah, I just want to share this. I had a session this morning, and this beautiful lady, she was just saying, my life is such a mess, and I don't even know where to start. So I told her, well, that's a great question to ask, and that's a great first step to, whatever you're trying, whatever path you are taking. I think that's a good step to the first step that you can ask yourself, where do I even start? And we can ask ourselves, where do I start?
Well,
And
thank you for that. That's so much needed. And it's the best way to leave you guys with something very important, because it's not the change, just, the decision, but, the questions are so powerful that will lead you to making that decision. So,
so
we hope that you guys will join us in our journey, and we thank you for your time, for spending it with us. And until next
until
time,
next time. Until next time, let's keep shifting
shifting together. Thank
together.
you.